And President Muhammad Buhari has convened a Security Council meeting over rising security threats in the country. The meeting is coming a day after some members of the National Assembly called for the president's impeachment over worsening security situation in the country. Let's talk this through by speaking with a security analyst, Chukwuma Okinwa, who is joining me for more insight. Thank you so much for joining us on the news this hour. Well, the third time the president will be convening a security meeting. What are your expectations? What difference do you think this is going to make this time around?
Most important and first and foremost, then Mr. President should dialogue with the Security Council. We be to first take a review why all of the deliberations in time past have not brought the needed results. Yes, we've always had the president spokesman always pleading for understanding and more patience on the part of Nigerians. But I believe over 7 years is enough patience, and over 12 trillion naira invested in security is enough investment, and Nigerians want to see results. And one of the things that makes it quite troubling is that the more we expect to see improvement, the more it appears like, even some untouchable areas like the Federal Capital Territories, some new inroads are made by the terrorists. So it really calls for concern. So we want the Security Council to review the current strategy and structure to actually assess whether the current structure of security in Nigeria has not actually outlived its purpose. Because a situation where operationally everything is tied to Mr. President, I don't think is sustainable with the rising security concerns. So why don't Mr. President and the Security Council begin to think of, first and foremost, how do we truly bring in the state governors as the true chief security officers of their state? Why must it be if anything happened in any state, then the person to be held responsible will be Mr. President? And then, of course, the next strategy will be, you see, over time there is this, whether it's unconscious, we are gradually removing the police force from the concerns of internal security, and it should not be so. The police force should be strengthened and empowered to carry out the constitutional duties of handling internal security, because it's really embarrassing that we get out the military into the security situation. I have not really seen like any commensurate result to justify that. So I suggest there is a need to make more investment into the police force, and most importantly, to consider operationally at the state level to truly empower the chief security officers. And then the next one that is very important. Over time, we've seen some attacks in the nation, and it clearly suggests that there were intelligence that were disclosed, just like in the Kuje prison invasion, right? The prison break. There were intelligence, security reports are filed out. And it's really frustrating when the intelligence community submit reports and all those does not translate into fruitfulness. So we need to reject those things and think of how to coordinate and tax intelligence for the good of the nation and to achieve a more secure Nigeria.
Well, you reminded us at the beginning of your opening statement that the president, this administration, has spent 7 years meeting the security issues before it came into power, and this continues to linger. What exactly do you think is responsible for solutions, these lingering issues to have defied possible solutions, and what would be your recommendation to ensure that this is put to a stop so that we can even have a peaceful place to live?
Yeah, I think I want to see from the body language of Mr. President, someone that is fully committed to actually end this. Yes, we've had statements in time past, but then truly, just like the recent case we had in Abuja, where some brigade guards were killed, detached to Mr. President and the surroundings of Abuja. And then the next, Mr. President jets off to deliver, a speech in a security summit in Liberia. I think he could have as well delegated someone to do that, considering that when this whole thing that is happening now start coming right in the seat of the presidency, then it really causes for a deep concern. So I think the current administration should be able to really, truly esteem the role as the chief commander of the nation above politics. It shouldn't just be maybe like the response we see when we had the reply from the presidency. There was much of weight on maybe either considering it laughable the attempt to impeach Mr. President, or maybe the threats by the terrorists directly to Mr. President. It is not all about Mr. President. It is all about Nigerians, because we elected him not just to be protected for us, but also to protect the nation. So the same security is enjoying. The average Nigerian that is out there deserve that level of protection.
Right.
Having a president who was once a general.
Right. Thank you very kindly for our insight. We want to see a peaceful Nigeria, and that's what Nigerians actually want to see. Security analyst Chukwuma Kenwa, thank you so much for your insight.